Hello and welcome to the SimXpert 2011 release preview webinar. My name is Sunil Tahilramani and I'm the Product Marketing Manager with MSC Software. Today I'll be providing you with an overview of some of the major highlights of this release. Agenda for today. For those of you who are not familiar with SimXpert, I'll be providing a brief overview of SimXpert and then go over some of the highlights in the 2011 release. Primarily focused on CAD meshing improvements, some of the usability performance improvements that have gone into this release, and SimXpert continues to be the leader in multidisciplinary simulation support and process templates, and I'll be talking about that during this webinar. And for our users, documentation has been updated, so we'll go over some of the documentation updates as well. So let me jump into what SimXpert is and what are the benefits of SimXpert to the engineering community. SimXpert is an integrated multidisciplinary engineering environment. What I mean by that is it contains specialized workspaces focused for finite element analysis, multi-body dynamics analysis, systems and controls, explicit and thermal simulation. These are all backed by our leading MSC solvers, including Nastran for finite element analysis, Atoms for motion analysis, EZ5 for systems and controls, and Solution 700 for explicit analysis. What this means to an user is it implies an increased efficiency with highly integrated pre-post processing functions. So think of a scenario where you're performing a multidisciplinary simulation with structures and motion involved, and with SimXpert, both of these workspaces are available within the same environment. So in a sense, it's one environment for all your engineering analysis needs. Native CAD interop, what this means is you can directly import CAD geometries from the leading CAD solutions like CATIA V5, Pro Engineer, and Unigraphics, and there is no data translation involved. So you get all the design trees and parametric access that you have from your CAD environment right within SimXpert. That's not to say we don't support Parasolid import. I'll be talking about that in the few slides coming, but we do support Parasolid import for all the leading CAD solution, and this year we have expanded that support to include SolidWorks and Inventor. Simulation process automation with templates. This is a key area of benefit that is provided by SimXpert, allowing you to author some of the processes that are repeated over and over again within your organization, and results in increased productivity and time savings, because once you have either recorded the template or captured that best practice, you can either reuse it yourselves or distribute it across the enterprise, so that there's an increased productivity that you gain by reuse of those templates. These are, in essence, some of the benefits that SimXpert provides: an integrated multidisciplinary engineering environment, native CAD interop with leading CAD solutions, and most importantly, SimXpert is a simulation process automation tool, allowing you to increase your productivity significantly by allowing you to capture your processes and reuse them in your design. So let's go into some of the major areas of focus for SimXpert 2011, and I've categorized this here into in three main areas. First is, in this release we have focused quite a bit on improving the usability and quality of the solution. We've had 30 plus customers participate in our beta program, and working along with our customers, there has been a significant improvement not only in the features provided but also the quality that is available with SimXpert 2011. There have been other enhancements such as documentation updates and new model browser, as well as performance improvements wherein you can do file I/O quite faster, as well as manipulate your models faster once you're in the SimXpert environment. For CAD and meshing improvements, there has been a new CAD DeFeaturing tool that we'll go over in more details. And there has been expanded CAD support formats and a new Distene measure, allowing you to get first of all do CAD cleanups faster with the CAD DeFeaturing tools, and the new Distene measure provides a high quality mesh for your TED mesh. SimXpert continues to be the comprehensive multidisciplinary support solution, supporting all of our leading solvers, including Nastran, Adams, and EZ5, and truly allows you to model and simulate structures, multi-body, thermal, and systems and controls problems. And as we continue to enhance our solvers, we are continuously improving our SimXpert's features so that we are supporting some of the latest solver capabilities, including Solution 400 and MD Nastran. So let me talk about the quality initiative that has been taking place for the last couple of years with SimXpert. So we have gone back and identified some of the areas that need special focus, and for this particular release, we spent quite a bit of focus on making sure that the release that is coming out is a quality release supported by 3 alpha releases and field testing. So our engineers from the pre-sales and post-sales support teams have been involved along with our quality assurance team to make sure that we are working on cutting edge big problems that our customers typically use this solution with, and have tested this during the development cycle. We also did a significant beta program with this release where 30 customers were involved, and we engaged with them to understand some of their requirements, as well as they helped us test some of the new features as well as the stability of the solution. And I have some of the feedback captured by some of our customers in the next slide. So here are some of the quotes that we have received from customers that have gone through the beta program for SimXpert 2011. The first one says that SimXpert 2011 has greatly improved over SimXpert 2010, and the new CAD defeaturing tools and UG import are steps towards a promising direction. The next one says that SimXpert 2011 has much smoother graphics, and now you can read SolidWorks files in a Parasolid format, and they did not experience any crashes and were able to open corrupt databases that SimXpert 2010 said were corrupted. So if you look at it from a user's perspective, corrupt databases are not easy to work with, but SimXpert 2011 has been able to fix that, and we are now even able to import some of the corrupt databases from SimXpert 2010. And the last one here is SimXpert 2011 was found to be extremely stable, and the new defeaturing tool is the best contribution yet to speed up CAD cleanup. So very positive feedback overall from all of our customers that were involved in the beta program, and I hope when you receive the software, you will be pleasantly surprised with the quality as well as some of the usability improvements in this solution. So a lot has been talked about the CAD defeaturing tool, so let me explain what this is and how it benefits our users primarily in the CAD cleanup phase. So CAD DeFeaturing allows you to identify and as well as delete some of the features that you may not require for your finite element analysis, such as deleting some of those holes, fillets, blends, chamfers, protrusions. Sometimes you want to remove some of the logos, so a feature has been created to allow you to be able to identify and delete those, as well as some of the notches. We also allow you to move or offset some of the holes and surfaces, and this in this SimXpert 2011 release, this is a Parasolid based feature. So along with the available virtual topology tools that we have talked about in the previous releases, and this defeaturing functionality, there is a significant enhancement in the CAD cleanup capabilities with SimXpert. So in this model, as you saw, we were quickly able to remove all the small holes in the CAD geometry. And on the next slide, I have a video that kind of covers some of this in more detail. So here, the first one, I'm identifying all the holes and deleting those. Again, here I'm identifying the blends, fillets, and deleting them in one click. Chamfer, same thing. Here I'm changing the hole diameters and moving and relocating the hole position. And finally, we are able to delete notches, and here I'm removing the logo with this CAD defeaturing tools. Here we are also working on some of the native CAD unigraphics defeaturing, and that has been covered in this video as well. CAD support update. There has been Parasolid support added for new platforms in this release, and this includes SolidWorks, Autodesk Inventor, and UGNX. And for our native CAD that I talked about in the first slide, we have upgraded the support for V5 R20, NX7, and Wildfire 5.0. So what this means is it allows you to import your favorite geometry or geometry from your favorite CAD solution, and along with the CAD defeaturing that has been implemented with the SimXpert 2011 release, time to prepare mesh-ready geometry has been significantly reduced. And one note I have here is native CAD by default is off for this release. But users can quickly go and activate it through the Tools Options menu in SimXpert. On the right here, I have a quick dialog box that shows what are some of the geometry formats that are supported for Parasolid import with this release. The new Distene measure, as I talked about it before, it enhances the TET meshing robustness. So here on the screen, I have a geometry that has been meshed with the new measure, and you can see it's a significantly improved mesh compared to some of the previous releases. And there's a built-in logic that iteratively converges the solution, and thereby providing much better quality mesh with this new measure. So a combination of the defeaturing tool and the robust measure, we have considerably improved the quality and the usability of the mesh that the SimXpert 2011 solution is able to provide. Here is an example of a geometry that has fillets, chamfers, some small holes, and what I'm trying to show is how a combination of some of the CAD defeaturing tools as well as the new Distene measure will generate a high quality mesh for you. The next step I'm doing is going through some of the CAD defeaturing tools and removing some of the small holes and fillets and chamfers to generate a more cleaner geometry that I need to mesh. Here, as you can see, if I have zoomed in on particular areas after the meshing, and this is a scenario where defeaturing was not used, and the mesh quality seems uh, compared to what you see in after defeaturing. You can see that the defeaturing provides a much better mesh quality uh, after you've gone through the defeaturing operation. So if you compare the top figure and the bottom figure there, you can clearly see that the elements are much nicer in the bottom picture when you use the defeaturing. So once the defeaturing was done, this was the overall mesh that we were able to generate with this SimXpert Distene mesher, and SimXpert also provides robust assembly meshing, so you can work on not only one component but entire assemblies. And I'm now here showing a cutout view of this assembled mesh. And you can see that the quality has been significantly enhanced compared to previous releases. Performance improvements in terms of Nastran import IO as well as CAD import and graphics performance have been improved considerably compared to the previous releases. On this slide, I'm showing some of the comparisons between SimXpert 2010 and SimXpert 2011. We have also conducted benchmarks with other solutions in the marketplace, and definitely this performance improvements are will help our users generate and load and manipulate models faster. An average improvement that we have seen is around 15 to 25% just with respect to SimXpert at 2010, and in some cases the speed improvements have been about 80%. So this represents a significant performance improvement and allows users to work and manipulate models faster. There has been a new model browser that has been implemented with this release. As you can see on the bottom right here, what I'm doing is synchronous highlighting of the parts from within the model browser, so it allows you to quickly identify which particular surface or part I need to either hide, show, or delete, and has improved. We have considerably improved model navigation and visibility status control with this release. On the top left here, as you can see, it quickly gives me a snapshot of what are the entities in my model, and once you click on the hyperlink here, let's say in this case I click on the hyperlink for this material, it quickly gives me a list view of what those materials are, so that I can quickly investigate those and make changes if necessary. And what this does, it allows a faster loading of entities in the model browser. And synchronous highlighting saves time by allowing you to quickly manipulate geometries or meshes in your model browser. A note here is that the old model browser is still the default, and if you needed to activate the new model browser, you need to go to Tools and Options menu in order to activate those. Again, a usability improvement for faster manipulation of models and faster loading of entities, because if you don't expand the complete tree, all the entities are not loaded in the model browser, allowing you to save time in that. Coming to multidisciplinary simulation support, SimXpert is the only solution that allows you to, in one integrated environment, model and solve systems and controls, motion, as well as structures problems. And so think of a scenario where you have actuation systems and you wanted to align your target performance with the systems and controls workspace, it is possible to achieve that with SimXpert 2011. The subsystem design to evaluate loads on components. So this is achieved through the multi-body simulations with actuation and vibration contributions in the motion workspace, and of course component design and optimization to minimize the mass, and stress analysis. So this is possible in the structures workspace with stress analysis and along with detailed boundary conditions. So from your CAD model all the way up to an entire integrated simulation process, allowing you to virtually analyze and understand true behavior of your system as well as components is possible now within the SimXpert 2011 release. This represents a true multidisciplinary engineering approach and an end-to-end engineering process because you're going from the CAD model all the way up to your entire system from within this virtual product environment. Here I'm showing this in a more specific scenario with a landing gear example where my system parameters are captured here in the systems and controls workspace, and the output is the pressures and the temperatures. My geometry parameters in CAD, and I can quickly pass on the joint locations and parameters, mechanism parameters, and actuation dynamics that come from the systems and controls workspace into a multi-body system simulation environment that will provide me motions and forces. And finally, I can go from the CAD geometries and include some of the structures parameters to generate my finite element analysis to get my deformation and stresses, and the part vibrations can then be passed into the motion environment. So a complete true multidisciplinary engineering simulation allowing you to capture motions and forces, deformations and stresses, pressures and temperatures, and allowing you to perform not only a finite element simulation, a motion simulation, or a systems and control simulation, but allowing you to, for example, bring in Flexbodies from the FEA environment into motion, and then passing the plant load onto a systems and controls environment, all within a true multidisciplinary integrated environment. I'm showing this with a video here in the form of a landing gear example, and the first thing that we're doing is an actuation status and as well as the load status from within the systems and controls environment brought into the motion workspace. Next we have the joint parametric update and retraction maneuvering, so I'm able to directly work on the native CAD geometry and update the parameters as needed, and here you see that I can provide the parameters, and when I hit update you will notice that the geometries change, and particularly this link geometry changed, and it was a native parametric update. You can do a quick drop test on this landing gear using the motion environment, and as you will notice we are using a flex body here, and so we see the corresponding stresses in the motion environment, and this is just the finite element flex body in the motion environment. Mesh parameters update. So here I have a meshed CAD model, and as you can see I can quickly update the hole diameters and other parameters as well as the location, and the mesh gets updated automatically. So in this example we covered multi-body simulation for retraction maneuvering. This was done using the SimXpert motion workspace. hydraulic actuation for stroke versus time. This was done using the systems and controls workspace, and linear and nonlinear stress analysis performed in the structures workspace, and the corresponding Flexbody then taken into the multi-body environment. And all of the workspaces support the parametric update either for the joint locations or mesh on the native geometry. Another example is this one of a suspension, and here I have I'm describing the scenario where I've imported a native V5 suspension assembly. Then I first built a motion model and performed a simulation. I converted one of the knuckles into a flex body here, and then ran a simulation. But then when I ran the simulation, it wasn't up to the standards I needed, so I changed the parameters for the flex body or the knuckle and updated the flex body and reran the simulation. So again, this is captured in the video here. So the first thing I'm doing is a motion simulation here, suspension motion simulation, and you'll see that the next thing I do is replace the knuckle as a flex body, and I'm simulating now that with the flex body here. As you can see, the stress is on the screen. Now I come and look at the knuckle part, and I want to change some of the parameters, for example the hole diameter, and remove certain other arms in the knuckle. So I'm getting rid of this arm, so you can see that the geometry changed significantly, and I was able to quickly update that and rerun the simulation. This is of course a truncated version of the video, and I have captured only the parts that are important snapshots of when the change happened in the models. SimXpert continues to be the premier CAE customization environment. The SimXpert template builder workspace is a unique offering in the industry because it offers an out-of-box user-defined user interface for custom processes, reuse of some of the CAE operations in inbuilt actions. So we provide an actions library along with the SimXpert solution for reuse of those actions, and templates can be built. Templates are strung together by a series of actions combined with the data and process flow. So here is an example of a typical process where the blocks that you're seeing here are essentially actions. So one of the actions could be mesh my component with an element size of 10 millimeters, and other could be then apply a boundary condition, and you can string those together with either a process or a data flow, so the actions are getting the right inputs and carrying out the right actions. We also provide Python scripting for easy, which has an easy syntax and access to rich and broad extension modules, and open source scripting environment where you can quickly pick up and model some of your processes within the open source environment. And PDF, Word, and PowerPoint report creation is also supported along with this templates. So on an average, we have seen that in terms of effort, SimXpert customization takes about 20 to 30% of the effort for Patran or Patran or Adams. Patran with the PCL scripting environment, or Adams with the view commands, and there are multiple customers today in production or scheduled for deployment this year with very sophisticated templates that they have built along with using some of the actions and templates that we provide with the SimXpert solution. Here I'm showing a quick example of a arrow wing mesh template, and with just importing the geometry and meshing, I'm quickly able to create this a mesh. And here I have uh, the ribs and the stringers, and then I show the skin. I was able to quickly create this. If I remove the skin, you can see that I was quickly able to create this ribs and stringers with this SimXpert template. And there have been enhancements to the systems and controls workspace that was introduced in SimXpert 2010. This includes improved access to commonly used runtime settings and improved online help. Spreadsheet tab to set and navigate and filter all the model data centrally, and allows for simplified transfer of linear state space and matrix data from the motion model. So we continue to improve the integration between different workspaces, structures, motion, and systems and controls, allowing for simplified transfers and quite clean interaction between the workspaces. And again, this was introduced in SimXpert 2010 and provides full capability of Easy5 within the SimXpert environment. And you can additionally leverage the power of process capture and reuse that the SimXpert template builder environment provides for your systems and controls operations. SimXpert continues to be a comprehensive support solution for MD Nastran Solution 400. So support for pre-stressed bolt analysis, especially in contact situations. We have extended contact capabilities to support thermal contact in Solution 400, and this includes steady state heat transfer, transient heat transfer, and coupled thermal mechanical capabilities, which are now supported in SimXpert. And user-defined services to customize the software by incorporating user subroutines. So for example, if you wanted to perform an OpenFSI or any other contact subroutine, these are exposed through our user-defined services within SimXpert. So the benefit clearly is that you can innovate with the latest functionality, not only in the Nastran but also Adams and Easy5 solvers, because as and when the solvers are updated, we continue to update SimXpert with those functionalities. So documentation, in terms of updated documentation, we have updated the user's guide with 73 total in-depth example files along with the input files, and added video content for about 43 chapters out of those 73. And we have also in the documentation included a getting started in SimXpert appendix. So for those of you who are new to the solution, you can start with the getting started guide and then progressively move on to some of the in-depth examples covered in the documentation. And documentation is available on our Sim Companion website, which is our support website, and that includes all the product news and updates as well as documentation, and is a portal for our users to submit and view their support requests online. This is a sample snapshot of some of the sample demonstration problems that are covered in the user's guide. So in summary, SimXpert is a true integrated multidisciplinary engineering solution with specialized workspaces for structures, motion, systems and controls, explicit solutions, and provides an end-to-end simulation environment going all the way from importing a CAD model all the way up to results post-processing, along with increased efficiency provided by best practice capture and native CAD associativity, allowing you to import your native CAD geometries from leading CAD solutions. With SimXpert 2011, we continue to improve the quality and the usability of the solution, and for this release, we have focused relentlessly on improving the quality based on the customer feedback that we have received, and our customers have participated in the beta program. And some of the new features that we covered in this presentation were the CAD DeFeaturing tools and CAD Support, and the new Distene measure, allowing you to significantly speed up CAD cleanup and generate a high quality mesh. The new model browser and performance improvements, allowing you to manipulate models faster and improve the Nastran or CAD IO with the performance improvements. And SimXpert continues to be the primary multidisciplinary simulation support environment from MSC Software Corporation, allowing you to seamlessly work between systems and controls, motion, and finite element environments. And we continue to update some of the latest functionalities in the solver with the support in SimXpert 2011, and updated documentation as well as the getting started guide help customers quickly adapt and work through some of the industry problems from within the SimXpert solution. So with this, I would like to thank you for your attention today, and thank you for joining this webinar. If you have any questions that you have that we have not covered in this particular release, or you would like more details on, please feel free to contact myself, Sunil Tahil Ramani, or Vidya Shankar, who is the product manager for SimXpert. With this, I'd like to thank you for your time and look forward to seeing you in our future webinars.